Hello again, class. I'm Michael Walnoa, and this is my audience of three lovely young ladies. Now today, I'm going to potentially help save one of your lives. As a former person who struggled with alcohol dependency and eventually regained control of life, I like to think I can help others who are stuck in the dark where I used to be. Even if you feel you are in control of alcohol consumption, or simply don't drink alcohol at all, please listen to what I have to say because there may be someone you care about who could use a helping hand. Statistically, someone in this class has a drinking disorder, and given that many of you are prior service or currently serving, this only makes you more vulnerable to the dangers of alcohol. Only about 5% of Americans today abuses alcohol. Now that doesn't sound like a very large amount, but when you really think about it and break it down, that number is huge. And while close to half of the military is guilty of drinking in excess, and this needs to come to an end. These numbers are way too high for a nation of our intelligence. Now the odds are you were taught the basic and most common dangers of alcohol at an early age, most likely starting in grade school, then repeatedly in health class, from your teachers, parents, and other people who care about you and other places that care about you. These dangers you were informed of were most likely liver disease, brain damage, throat and mouth cancer, nerve damage, erectile dysfunction, and the list goes on. But did you even know what all these potential disorders were back then? You are all adults now, and it's time to actually pay attention to your health. The chances are most of you enjoy drinking, but you don't think much of it while you're doing so. The next time you find yourself hungover after a fun night out and do a little too much with grandpa's old cough syrup drinking, think about the actual real physical damage that is occurring inside of you. You want to spend the later years of your life in and out of hospitals battling illnesses that you could have prevented. No matter how much fun you have consuming alcohol, it will not be worth the years of agony that could potentially follow you into old age. Your body really is a temple, and you only get one chance at life. Don't just think of yourself, think of your friends and family and the impact it would have on them if you checked out of life early for your carelessness. Now, out of the massive 88,000 alcohol-related deaths that occur each year, there's also another big killer, and that is driving under the influence. The chance of spending many years behind bars for murdering innocent human beings or spending premature years in a casket for murdering yourself is huge when getting behind the wheel under the influence. Perhaps you are constantly reminded of this in safety briefs at work, on a weekly routine, but are you actually listening and made aware of this? So many times people decide to make the choice to drink and drive. Just to save a small convenience of phone a friend or taking a taxi, they ignore the dangers. Imagine a mother attending her infant's funeral because of your lack of judgment. Even if you don't murder someone, a DUI charge alone is going to have a huge negative impact on your life. Not only will you be losing your driving privileges, paying fines, attending court and alcohol therapy sessions and stuff like that, you might even be destroying your career and a chance at a happier life. Wouldn't it be a shame to tell your kids they can't attend college because you lost your job over 3 beers and a DUI checkpoint? There's absolutely no reason to even consider drinking and driving. Now that I've reminded you a couple reasons why abusing alcohol is an absolute no-no, I would like to give you a few pointers on drinking responsibly. First of all, it's important to know how much alcohol you can consume without damaging your organs. For men, you should not consume more than 3 to 4 units a day. For women, that's about 2 or 3. Now this is the amount you can drink without affecting your health. Obviously, this is not going to be done every single day. Also, just because you don't drink it on Monday through Friday doesn't mean you can have 20 drinks on a Saturday and be alright. Now in a perfect world, drinking 3 or 4 beers at a wedding party or retirement ceremony would be acceptable. But unfortunately, this is not a perfect world. It is important to at least do a few small things beforehand and afterhand if you are going to drink beyond the recommended limit. First of all, ensure your body is hydrated by drinking plenty of water. If you know you have a friend's birthday party to attend on a Friday that's going to involve tequila shots at TGI Fridays, then start slamming water preferably 2 days prior. A hangover is essentially the feeling of being severely dehydrated, so you can only imagine what drinking heavy on a dehydrated body is going to feel like the next day. And obviously the damage to your body will be greater. Now just as important as water comes food. You guys like food, right? Yeah, most of you are aware of this already, but it's easy to forget. A simple meal before drinking is the difference between waking up in bed or waking up on the bathroom floor. Now, I am guilty of that a few times myself, but I'm getting better. It's also recommended to snack as you go. Food can help absorb the alcohol inside you. Another important tip is knowing your limits. Most of you probably been consuming alcohol long enough to know what 2 beers does to you and what 2 tequila shots does to you. Try to pace yourself by sipping and not gulping. The odds are if those 2 tequila shots had you puking on the dance floor last week, they'll probably do the same thing this week. People tend to get into drinking mode and they don't even realize the mental state they are once they had a few drinks. It's important to keep track in order to stay within your limits. Perhaps the most important tip is having a plan. Once your night out comes to an end, how are you getting back home? The only worse place than waking up on the bathroom floor is waking up in jail in the drug tank. Don't just get dressed and leave. Think it over, talk it over, and do what it takes to leave prepared. Having a plan puts a halt to stupid decisions such as drinking and driving. Well, for our class and for you three lovely young ladies, I hope I provided enough information to reinform you of the dangers of, abusing alcohol. This wasn't meant to scare you or to shame you, but to help you live a healthier lifestyle. We're all on the right track, pursuing education. Well, you guys have finished your education, but my class, we're all getting our education. Everything's going good right now. Let's try to stay focused on our education and avoid doing stupid stuff like drinking in excess. Let's start living a better life today. Let's help the ones around us who may be on the verge of suffering alcohol's consequences. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you guys enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.